Good morning, Terraria players, and welcome back to the Trinitarian Mod Alpha. Reminder that this is an alpha, and stuff is not set in stone, especially balancing currently. You'll see why. I am Berserker, the caller of nerfs, and welcome back to the Battle of the Mechs. It's that time again. Here is a list of the main mods used in this run. If you have any suggestions, big or small, leave them in the comments below. Before we get into the video, of course, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Raccoons. Sly small boys. They're not dogs. Or are they? Now, let's get back into the video, right at the start of hard mode. To start out, I was able to get Palladium, Orichalcum, and Adamantite from Demon Altars. After quite a few deaths, I just kept going up the tiers, forging Orichalcum armor to bridge until Adamantite, cause, defense. I crafted new modded bars, Mechtide bars, out of Hellstone bars and Souls of Light and Night. They went into a bunch of weapons, so I crafted the Mechtide repeater out of a bunch of them. It had the ability to turn wooden arrows into holy arrows. Pretty strong. I then made Adamantite armor, then decided that I was ready to start fighting the mechs so quickly. One small thing beforehand, the class expert was selling a new weapon, the Legends Bow. It gave a debuff to enemies that reduced their damage resistance. The downside to this weapon is that, well, the first mech I tried to take on was the Destroyer, who was immune to all debuffs. Anyways, let's get into the fight. It's the Destroyer, don't hold your breath. Destroyer down. I decided I needed new wings, as my movement was pretty bad, and fall damage existed, which I completely forgot about. So I crafted fairy wings. The class expert then had a new weapon, the Royale bow, and oh lord, this thing was unbelievably busted. So busted that I immediately informed the lead developer of this mod, and it's got both nerfed and pushed back in progression. Currently, it is not, so I am using it. The next 3 bosses in this episode are evidence of how broken this weapon was. Time for the twins. Let's do this. Twins down. Yes, this weapon is absolutely broken. And now, so quickly, time for Skeletron Prime to finish the mech fights, still using the busted weapon. Enjoy! Prime down. I then crafted hollowed armor and a pickaxe axe, the usual vanilla stuff. Next up is a modded boss. The summon item for Zolzar was currently inaccessible, a known issue as it required Luminite, but it'll be fixed by the time the next alpha releases. This summon was for Zolzar, the Berserker Barbarian. Enjoy this modded fight, still with the busted weapon of course. Let's get into it. Zolzar down. His treasure bag dropped nothing as it wasn't quite filled yet, but Zolzar himself dropped the Ulfkill Soul, which could be crafted into a few weapons. It required storm fragments, which drop rarely from angry Nibises, but was sold by the merchant after Golem. Not really worth farming the 15 storm fragments that I needed, to be honest, because it was a very rare drop chance from them. I then decided to shelve the Royale bow because it was just that broken, and crafted the Night Sister's Call out of chlorophyte and dark shards. Holding down the fire button created a ring of arrows around you. Releasing the button launched them all. Worked really well with chlorophyte arrows. Up next, Plantera. Yeah baby. A bulb fortunately had spawned next to an arena I had nuked earlier. Fight time. Enjoy. Plantera down. After defeating her, I grabbed the auto hammer and crafted Shroomite armor, both the arrow and bullet versions of the helmets. To finish this episode off, I crafted the Yonk shield. Hooray! And with that upgrade crafted, let's take a look at the upgrades made this episode. For weapons, I started with the Mechtide repeater, then onto the Royale bow, then to the Night Sister's call. For armor, I went from regular hard mode stuff to hollowed armor to Shroomite armor. For accessories, I added fairy wings and the Yonk shield to my equipment. And with that, we finish off this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Blade Burger out.